Hey, it's Steve. Just when you thought that you got information on stuff, more comes out. And what do I mean? Well, Matt Herren released a video yesterday. Well, great, we finally got some closure. Just when you think you got some closure, Mike Iaconelli steps into the spotlight. That's right, my pal Ike. I knew Mike a long time before he was like really famous and stuff like that. He's a good guy, got no problems with him or anything like that, but I will tell you that he's like a pit bull when it comes to stuff. Now, Matt was on Ike Live last night from the bar with Becky, okay? And where you thought you had information from the first video, the second video just shows an entirely different world, as in, expanding on what was in the first video. Let me get right at it, okay? Now, I got to tell you, Ike may have committed career suicide with Bassmaster yesterday. He very well might have. Why? Because he used the words oppressive with working at Bassmaster in the way of being an angler. That's right, he feels oppressed. Not only that, but he feels more oppressed at Bass now than when he was over there at MLF and needed to go. And why is that? Well, Matt brought up a very interesting point in the fact that when you were a participant and you were paying entry fees, you had more rights because you were a customer of them. Now with no entry fees, you're basically signing your life away. And I think what it's coming down to is both Ike and Matt are trying to look out for younger guys in the sport. Because face it, does Ike really need to keep bass fishing to keep himself going? I doubt it. Does Matt at 62 years old? I doubt it. I think both of them are pretty set. Now, for some more meat of the conversation. Matt and Ike both agree that there was a vote held, okay? And that 70% of the anglers wanted some type of change. And what Bass said was, no, 33% of the anglers wanted change. Now, why is that? Again, you know that Garmin thing we heard about? Well, yeah. It turns out that Garmin had a big, piece of it. 3-year deal, just like we talked about before. But then we talked about stuff that was inside the bubble of professional fishing and outside the bubble, and how that bubble has actually changed. It was very interesting. And it was a point that Becky brought up. How things have changed. How Bass has basically become woke. You see, Bassmaster Elite Series is no longer a tournament series. It's not. It's an entertainment event. And that's the way it's being dealt with, is entertainment. Even the inside people in Bass do not like what's going on. And it's not because of forward-facing sonar. It's because the people that are participating and the people who are the figureheads for the sport are not being listened to. So you're going to ask me, what's my opinion after watching almost 3 hours of video with Matt putting out what he says and Ike putting out what he said and Slick putting out what he said? I can tell you, I don't trust Bass Bassmaster, whatever you want to call it, as far as you could throw them. Maybe it's because of social media, because everything used to be done in-house. But there needs to be transparency. I think right now that Bassmaster doesn't care about you, because look at what's happened to the federation level. They don't care about the anglers that are fishing their pro circuit because they feel like they've got them trapped. All that they care about right now is money. Now, is that because they're getting ready to sell? Or is it because they're just a business that's doing profits? To me, I think there needs to be a balance. Till next time, I'm Steve.